Men are the most horrible.
And they don't realize that they do this, but they groom a woman to how they want to be. Yes. And then 2 years, 3 years go by, and it's like the woman is just trying to get you to just do everything you need to do. She's literally clearing your plate. You go focus on this. I got X, Y, Z. Yes. Only for you to just throw that shit away. That's a trigger, especially for somebody that is very emotionally, physically, spiritually invested into you, and you just throw that shit away. That shit sucks.
There's no insurance she can buy that will reset her back with her armor on. She got to build that armor back up. Do you know how hard that is when she's dealing with her own family problems? She's dealing with her own baby daddy problems. She's dealing with her own traumas from childhood. She working 2 or 3 jobs. She's trying to keep the bills paid. And on top of that, we got to keep in mind that black women exist within a context, unlike Asian women, unlike Caucasians, unlike Arabs, East Indians, Latinos, and Jews, where she don't really have a strong female support network. Black women are more likely to not be surrounded by a genuine sisterhood whose shoulders they can cry on. So when our sisters go through relationship trauma, setback, and disappointment, they often go through that by themselves.
You know, this is why I miss Kevin Samuels. Now, here's the thing. The whole think that no support system, I mean, besides maybe for white women, I think the next best thing is black women have a better support system than other women, but if you tell me if I'm wrong with that. But here's the thing where he says nothing that helps. This is the thing where when Dr. Umar talk about relationships, I don't think it's all that helpful. I always felt like Kevin Samuels was better at it. Because here's the thing. Great that it happens already, right? You picked a bad man. You did all this for a bad man, then what? This is why preventative care is better than treating the wound after you have it, instead of not getting the wound at all. Where vet men more properly. And I will get probably plenty of people saying, you know, black people business, but I've dated majority of black women. And it's always the women that it's always have the trauma already. They already have the walls. You know, they've already been traumatized. This is the thing where we're not teaching the next generation better. Be more strict with how you vet men. If you know, she said clear the plates and all this for, yes, but here's the reality that women need to know. There are good and bad people. Plain and simple. There are people that will not appreciate it, and there are people that would. The problem is, the only thing you can control is who you choose to give your energy to. Plain and simple. Now, if you chose to give your energy to a terrible man, I'm sorry, you chose to give it to a terrible man. He didn't appreciate it, and he was a shitty man that breaks your walls or make you put new walls on. But that's the thing where we have to recognize accountability. You chose that man. You chose a shitty man. You didn't vet him properly. You didn't, like, you know what, I have to get to know you inside and out. I have to know how you are in this situation. I have to know who you are in this situation. I have to know you inside and out. I have to give you time. You're not getting my body the first date, second date, like the first month, second month, third month. No. And we will date with purpose. You know, I'm not going to use you for money. You're not going to use me for my body. It's dating with purpose, dating with equality, where you're being fair to the man as well. But you're also dating for a reason. You're not like, I'm not going to be fooled by his riz, his charm, shit like that, his looks. No. You date a man on his character. This is the problem where women need to think, I'm not dating him because of his looks or how much money he makes. I'm dating on his morality, his character, his personality, his principles. What is his boundaries? How would he act in this situation? How does he act when he's mad? How does he act when he's happy? How does he treat people around him? Something that's more, that's not superficial, that actually benefits a relationship. We're teaching women that, you know what? Think about his D game. Think about how tall he is. Think about how he looks, how his body looks. Think about how much he makes. Great. Superficial things. You judge a man on his superficial qualities, and then you're surprised that he doesn't appreciate you when you know, take care of him. No, duh. He doesn't care about that shit. He's not that type of man. That's the thing what women gotta understand. This is why accountability matters. Choose better.
Black men don't know how to date. Most of them don't know how to date. They don't know how to be romantic, show initiative, be intentful with planning, doing dates and stuff like that. And it's honestly, we shouldn't settle for shit like that. We really shouldn't, unless he's willing to fucking learn. But the reason why I say this is because even when I used to date outside my race, and I've dated multiple different white guys, but I've dated a white guy before who didn't know how to date initially, besides being a provider and paying for everything, because he learned how to date from black men. He said, literally, this is how my bros date. And, you know, I kind of thought, you know, this is how you date. And I'm like, no, baby, it's not.
I love the thought process of women telling men how to do something. How to do something. It's like, then you think that women will call out men when men tell women how to do something. That's insanity. This is the thing where women can't understand. Men will do how they're doing because of the consequences of your actions. Here's the thing. Women are not like women of old. Women of old, you can be romantic to them, and they will fall for you. They will fall in love with you. When you're romantic to a woman, when you show effort, show intent, she will see that. She will fall in love with it. She will appreciate it. She will be with you. She will be with you because she's not entertaining every man. She's going for a man that she wants, that she sees she's attracted to, and then he's putting effort in. being a gentleman, chivalrous. Nowadays, women will go with multiple men. Many men. They don't even care. Some they're attracted to, some they're not. They don't care. And they will go with them and don't even see him again. That's the thing where men are seeing that even if you put the effort in, all the things she said, be romantic, all this stuff, you do that for women, she will still move on to the next man. She will still weigh her options. She will still not be appreciative. That's the thing where men see it. Where here's the thing, women will still go to the McDonald's with a man she's attracted to, let alone the man she's not attracted to. She will expect him to go above and beyond for her and still not go in a relationship with him, still not give him a chance, still not be interested in him. That's the thing where women can't understand the consequences of their actions. They have made dating how it is, where men see that, what's the point of me putting in all this effort when you will go on another date with another man the next week, the week after, maybe in the same day, where I put all this effort in, you will still try to find the next man. You will still, have expectations for the next man. You will still not appreciate my effort. That's the thing what women don't talk about, what women cannot see. And I'm surprised. Like, here's the thing. Maybe it's black men who think about it. They see this reality. I could put all this effort in and get what in return? Nothing. Get ghosted, get left on red, get broken up with. No, I'm good. Also, let me say this. Women don't know how to date as well. They don't know how to be ladylike. They don't know how to be respectful. They don't know how to be loving, feminine. They don't really know how to do that. They don't know how to be appreciative. They don't. So really, they have high expectations, bad attitude, combative, aggressive in the bad way too. So really, do women know how to date? They're just expectant. All women know how to do is just receive, and receive by multiple men.
My grandpa met my grandma, fell in love immediately, migrated to this country, worked food stands on a corner, selling food, getting literally coins. He would literally make the money, give it to my grandma. Married her within 2 months. 2 months. He got her a house, took care of her financially the entire time, built her dream house here in America. She has a huge garden. She has all of her plants, trees. She has enough space to plant like 10 trees, literally. My dad, when he was still around, built my mama house with his bare hands that we still live in 25 years later. And you think that I'm gonna go 50-50 with a man?
This is the delusion. You can find that man. The whole problem is that you're not building with them. You're not choosing the right type of men. It's like, first of all, you're not like your mother or your grandmother. No, women's expectations, women's views of men have expectations have grown, views of men have lessened. You treat men like shit. So why would men care? Back in the day, women value men. They value them because they see value in men. Women treat men like shit. They don't see value in men nowadays. They only see men to use. Those women didn't see value in men to use. They struggled with their man. They built with their man. They were there with their man. They were literally helpmates. That's the thing where women like this, they don't understand. Yes, they see what all the men do back in the day, but they don't see what women do. They were helpmates. They were cooking. They were cleaning. They were taking care of a man. They were making him feel better with his struggles. After he comes home from work, she was taking care of everything. Okay, cooking, cleaning, his needs. Men be fine with that. The problem is that women say, oh, you need to contribute to the household. You need to with the chores, you need to with the children. No, men didn't need to do that. Nowadays, women want everything. Women want him to build a house, give her all the money, and help take care of the kids, help with the chores in the house, help with everything. So really, that's the thing what women don't talk about. They love to pick and choose shit. You are not like your grandma. You are not like your mom. If they were traditional at all, you're not like them. Modern day women are not like this. And she's not picking the immigrant, the man that has to work a food stand for years. She's not picking that man. She has to stand a man 6 figures. Women like this want already built men. They want men to go through the sacrifice by themselves. They want men to go through all the hardships by themselves. And then they come in, swoop in, and take advantage of their success, of their hard work. And then say, I'm not going to do 50-50. Girl, you weren't around during all my struggles. So yes, you're doing 50-50. How about prove to me that you were there? Prove to me that you will build with me, instead of just prove to me that you are just taking advantage of my hard work. That's the insanity of women. Women like modern day women are not traditional, are not like their grandmas, their great grandmas. You're not. You don't have the heart, you don't have the sacrifice in you, you don't have the mentality where you would treasure a man that does that shit to you.
I date younger men for sex. I want lots of stamina and very short recovery periods. I don't get those with men my own age. Dating younger men was a complete and total accident. I used to run an advertising agency in New York, and we were asked to pitch for an online dating brand. I was single. I thought, okay, I have to do this for business reasons. why not do it for real? I was, completely honest about everything, including my age. First of all, I got an avalanche of responses, which was very good for the ego. 75% of those responses were from younger men. So obviously a bunch of young guys out there going, whoopee, so I thought, gosh, hadn't thought about this, but hey, works.
I think that's amazing. You go, girl. But this is something that I found funny. Looking through our comment sections, a lot of people, a lot of women saying, you right on, you go, diva, so much support. But I think it's funny. You constantly see women hypocrisy on this app. An older women being blunt, saying, I go for younger men because of sexual purposes. I go for men because of sexual reason. Younger men for sexual reason. A lot of women saying amazing, mad support in her comment sections. But if it's a man who says that, it's automatically creep. No woman would support that. Especially if he said it exactly the same way. I go for younger women because of sex. Not a single woman would be supportive of that. I love the hypocrisy of women. I really do. I love the double standards of women. It's funny. It's really amazing to watch women consistently show their hypocrisies and double standards. If that was an older man that said that, you would call him creep. You would call him a pedo. You would crucify him. I doubt not 99% of women, if not 100, were not being supportive of it. But an older woman says that. Mad support. I find the hypocrisy really funny with women. That's why a lot of times women's logic, it don't make sense. Make it make sense. Because it doesn't. Ridiculous.
Does anyone out there have the answer to why actors are paid so much money for what they do? A genuine question actually baffles me. I don't understand because, and I'm not trying to say that acting is not difficult. It's a talent, it's a skill, it requires hard work, but it does not warrant being paid that much money to do. It is insane. And I still stand behind the belief that the hardest part about being an actor isn't actually acting, it is becoming an actor, landing roles, making a name for yourself in that difficult industry. It's a profession that if you pursue, 95% of the times you're going to end up putting the fries in the bag and being unemployed. And then sometimes on the slight minute chance, you're going to become a millionaire in the span of 1 year, live the dreams, go to the Oscars next year just because you got really lucky and landed a role. But the point is, we live in a society where people are not only praised more, but paid significantly more money for realistically depicting a panic attack in media than people who perform open heart surgery and save someone's life. Our economy is fucked. I saw this one video that actually shook me to my core. It left me gobsmacked because it was basically saying how much money Tom Holland earned for every single one of his roles. And it shocked me for 3 reasons. First of all, I was like, damn, this guy gets paid a lot to act. Which first of all, acting seems fun. I would do that shit for free. Matter of fact, I pay you to act in a movie. But anyways, he got paid.
First of all, I want to say I do believe that our people that contribute to our economies, teachers, doctors, construction workers, whatever, they do deserve more. But here's the thing, the reality, it's what you generate. This is the answer. We live in a capitalistic country. It's what you generate. These actors aren't getting paid just because they exist. No, they're getting paid because they will generate money. They will generate millions, so they get paid millions or hundreds of thousands. Entertainers, football players, rappers, all this stuff. They get paid that because they generate that or more. That's just how it is. Your garbage man, he's not generating his employer's money. He's helping, he's doing his work, but he's not necessarily, himself isn't generating millions for his employers, so it doesn't mean that he qualifies for hundreds of thousands. Same thing with a teacher. Even though she's shaping future generations, she's not generating millions for her employer. Let's say even a doctor. A doctor is not getting paid by what he generates. A doctor is getting paid by his skills. There are jobs that are skill-based, and there are jobs that are, I guess, I guess you could call it kind of commission-based in a sense. It's what you generate. So that is how our capitalistic society works. It's what you generate for your employer. Plain and simple. So, like I said, a doctor that does heart surgery, well, he's very skilled, but he's not generating millions of dollars for a hospital, for his employer. So, yeah, he's not getting millions, although they're getting paid well. Let's say a lawyer. Well, a lawyer, I guess they're beneficial, but they get paid by how much they generate. They get a high-paying client, and they win for the client, generating either a lawsuit generating money for them or saving them money, saving them millions, well, that's why they get what they get. So it's pretty simple. We may be outraged, but that is the society we live in.